let's open that and let's create a website very quickly. Okay, I'll show you how to do. Everybody should be having a Gmail account, right? To create a website using Google Sites, you just have to have a Gmail account. Does everyone have a Gmail account? I'm
Yes,
sure.
ma'am.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let's create it. 1 second, I will share. If you have laptop or desktop right now, you can try and create. And this is 100% accessible for screen readers. Then you search for sites here. So it will show you sites. Just click on the sites. If you are doing it afterwards, if you have any questions, if you are facing any issues, you can ping me in the group. I can answer that. If you are creating first time, then either you can start with the blank, or there are multiple templates also which are available. If you are creating a website for your portfolio, you can use it. There is events, then there is a project, and there are more templates which are available. Let's say, so for small businesses also, see, there are multiple websites, multiple template options which are there for the small businesses also. Let's choose this. Let's choose this template, okay? So it will open it, and there are multiple options over here. You can just change. Say if you are creating a website for a restaurant, or for a mobile shop, or for a kirana shop, or for anything else, you can just change the name here. Okay. Bamboo or something like that. Okay? Then you can write the, just keep changing the text here, and keep changing this one, and then this is a button. You can implement, you can either have it if you want to provide, or if you need to have it, or you can skip. Then there is an image here. You can, if you don't want a front image, you can delete it, or you can replace this image also. Say you might not need this image, but you want to upload a different image, so just go ahead and change it. So there are multiple such options. Now you can add another content blocks. So if you see over here, there are different content blocks which are available over here. You can just drag and drop it. Okay. For image, you can just go ahead and choose an image from your local desktop, or just upload it. All right. You can also provide a link of you if there is any YouTube URL or calendar or maps. Multiple things can happen here. Right. There are multiple content blocks which are available. For example, if you want to choose if you want to upload 4 images, if you say have, if you are creating a website for a restaurant and you want to upload multiple images, it could be for a veg menu, non-veg menu, Jain menu, and location. So choose this. Depending on the content, you can start choosing that. Then there are multiple other things which are also there. The content, if you want to provide table of content, you can choose that. Image carousel is there. Does anyone know what is image carousel? Now,
No,
yeah, so these days actually multiple websites would be having an image carousel for sure. Image carousel is nothing but moving multiple images moving at a certain frequency and on top. Say, for example, if you open Amazon, you would have seen Amazon.in for sure, right? So see, this is called image carousel. They have a arrow. These images are moving on a certain frequency, right? Or you can click also. This is called image carousel. Image carousel are mostly used these days on top. If you want to show multiple featured thing on your website on top. For example, they have some offers, so they are showing those offers actually on top using an image carousel. They have launched some new products, so they are showcasing that. Okay, so that way they might have added a new movie in Prime, so they are showing that. So that's called image carousel. So even that you can add here. Then you can add different pages also here. So right now it has, based on the template what I have chosen, it has 4 pages. So right now I am on home page. This is a contact us page, okay, which is already created for you. You can just update it. Then there is another page because it's for restaurant. So it is showcasing your chefs also. So that's another page which they have. And then for menu, you have another page also. You can choose to delete a page if you don't need, right? Or you can actually, so there are multiple options. We'll not go into every option, make home page, duplicate page, property, blah, blah. So we will not go into all the details and all, but you can do multiple things. As I'm saying again, you try it. If you have questions, you can ask me. Okay? You can actually create additional pages also. So just click on that if you want to create a new page. Just say blog, and then it will create that new page for you. You can add, suppose if you want to add a content block onto this new page, you can get started and just update this content here. Okay, so that way you can create new pages also. Coming to themes. Okay, let me first stop here and see if any questions first so far on pages or on Google Sites.
So we can only create a static website with Google Sites?
Google Sites, yes, mostly static pages.
Like only content we can show.
Only content you can show. It's, I mean, very difficult to create e-commerce sites and payment.
Like login, sign up, etc.
Yeah, that is difficult here. So it is mostly for small businesses, right? But it can have a button, right? So for example, we saw that on homepage there was a button to book the to do the reservation. So you can implement the click and then provide a link to a Google form. That can happen. Okay. So the basic thing can happen for sure. Okay.
But like WordPress, it won't happen.
No, I mean, that has a lot of plugins and all. We'll see that one if we have time. But yeah, having an e-commerce site, having the payment gateway and multiple other things is actually really difficult. Okay, by the way, does everyone understand what is an e-commerce site? What is e-commerce?
Like Amazon. Online.
Yeah, like Amazon. Where we buy and sell, that's called e-commerce site. Okay, wherever we can buy and sell, that's called e-commerce site. Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, lot of websites are e-commerce site. You can create a e-commerce site for 100% free using WordPress and even using Wix also. So that's for any other questions here?
No
so
question.
You see that it has also created a navigation for you. I added a new page that is by default added in the navigation. By default, the Google site will be responsive as well. And here is how I can preview it. Okay, so this is a preview on a laptop. Then I can ask it to show me a preview on phone also. So this is a responsive website which it has created.
Recently, I made a website using Wix.com. Just an editing, like cut and do the layout, changing, designing.
Come again, ask again. Sorry, whoever was asking.
I recently tried Wix.com.
Okay. So any question you have there or?
No, it's just like, ma'am, you have to do the editing, like designing the things, layout, and they have templates according to it.
Yeah, but
so,
I mean,
no
Wix
maximum amount of it.
Yeah, but Wix has a lot of other features also, actually.
Yeah.
You can create an e-commerce website also using Wix. So that has a lot of other features as well.
No, I guess, ma'am, for e-commerce, like I would suggest that WordPress is a good option, ma'am, because it will give you gateway option, like if you have looking for transaction like Amazon.
Wix also you can have, I mean, payment gateway option in Wix also. The problem actually is, right, that see, it's up to the people what is easy for them. Some people find WordPress a bit complex. Okay, the interface, though it's easy, but it depends on what people like. And then what is their requirement. WordPress definitely provide a lot of other options, a lot of plugins, a lot of themes, and a lot of other options also. But WordPress requires you to maintain the version, unless and until you are buying 100% hosting where they can keep updating your PHP, they can keep updating your database. So there are other complexities which are associated with that. If your hosting has free upgrade and the latest and greatest PHP versions and SQL version and all, then it's fine. Otherwise, sometimes you also might need to upgrade those things. Sometimes the plugins might not work if you have older version of PHP.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
those complexities are there with the WordPress. Okay. So
WordPress is also giving that you can write the things about if people looking for the keywords. He already give the option like they will write the keywords there. I guess Wix doesn't have that. So
no, it has all SEO. You can provide tagging, you can provide keywords, you can provide SEO title, everything is there. Okay, coming back to this one, right? Which so these options, and then
So we don't need to buy host for if we create site with Google Sites.
no need to buy hosting. Okay, no need to buy hosting. Okay, let's see quickly. We will publish and we'll see the URL. Okay, then we will know that there is no hosting which is required. So again, as I was talking about the color, font and all, you can choose all that also from here. Now you can actually, the other very important thing actually over here is you can see your version history also here. For example, if by mistake you have done some issue, right? And you need to revert to your previous version, that you can do. It maintains the versions. When I publish, it will also allow me to compare with the previous version and with the current version. So you can see exact changes which we have done. It is very useful for the initial creators. Okay, some people who are not very used to, they can use this particular feature. Settings, the other thing which we can do over here, that you can change how your navigation should appear. It can be on top or it can be on side. For example, it can come here also, right? So I just changed it, so it will so when I see, it will come to your side here. So even that, all these also can be changed depending on your client requirement. Brand images, here you can configure custom domain also. Okay, we'll not go into that detail, but suppose you are creating a site for a very small client. Okay, they don't want to buy hosting or anything, but they want it to look like as if it is their business website. For example, if we create a website for this one, what we were seeing for a mobile shop. Okay, it's a static website. They don't need anything else, but it's all say ABC Mobile, and they want the name to be as ABC Mobile. Then you can just configure that domain also. You don't have to go ahead and choose Wix or WordPress or complex things only. That can be done here. Now, analytics can also be configured here. In very brief, what is analytics is to see how a particular site is performing. How many visitors are coming onto my website? Okay, are people looking at it? Are people staying on my website, or are they just bouncing back? Means coming and going. Okay, so you can even configure Google Analytics also here. Okay. Is it good to have Google Analytics on website or no? Does it help to have?
Yes.
It is very important, right? Because we are not creating a website just to keep it into our home, right? We want people to look at it. We want people to come and visit our website. That can happen. And then it also helps you to keep improving it. If you know that the users are going back from homepage only, then you know that you need to improve homepage. If the users are staying on homepage, but they are going back, say, for example, from chef's page, okay, which was here, then you know that my homepage is good, but my chef's page is having a problem. I need to do some changes. I need to change some pictures, or I need to put a better description. So it definitely helps a lot to improve your website. Okay, so these are some of the settings. Then we can preview it, which we saw, then we can publish it. So now for publishing, what you can provide is see, you're seeing how it is. So your URL actually will be sites.google.com/ whatever name you provide. Okay. You can configure the domain, as I said, but we'll not see how to configure the domain because it will take a lot of time. But it is possible. Then you see here that you can review your changes, as I was saying, and then you can unpublish, right? If you have made some changes, or if you have made some mistake, if you want to unpublish, you can unpublish. Also, you can view your published site. I just published. So let's see how it looks. This is the URL of my website. Okay. This is the home page URL. This is the contact us page URL. Okay, this is the chef page URL. So this is how will be the URL, okay, which you will give, because we are hosting it on Google Sites only. We have not bought any hosting. We have not bought any domain. If you buy a domain, then you can configure it as such, like, for example, rahulmobile.google.com. Okay. Any questions? So please, I highly encourage you to go ahead and please practice. Okay. And if you have any questions, ask. As I said earlier also, and I'm repeating over and over again, unless you practice, it is very hard to find any decent job. Okay. Now we will quickly see the process to create a website. Okay. Anyone knows what is the process? We learned some principles, right? But anyone knows what's the process? What should we do first? What should we do next?
We should plan the project first.
Yeah. So
then we should think what are the features we use in our website.
Correct. Right. So the first thing, before we choose a platform, like somebody was asking question, right? That what are the options in the Wix and what are the options in the WordPress, and then what? So first thing, what we need to know is what is the purpose and vision for which I am creating a website. Do I need a e-commerce? Do I need payment gateway? Do I need, do I really need hosting, right? Do I really need a dynamic website, or I just need the static website? All those things should be thought through first. Then you can go ahead and choose, and then only we can go ahead and choose the right platform, the right hosting, the right domain, and the right tools also. Suppose if we say that, no, I just need a static website, there is no button click which I need, there is nothing dynamic in there, then there is no need to spend on hosting or anything, right? You can just create a very simple website on Google site only and just buy the domain, or a client should buy the domain. But if you want to buy and sell onto your website, then you know that I need e-commerce, I need payment gateway, I need the registrations, right? Then you need to choose either Wix or WordPress or Zoho or other platforms. After that, you should define a sitemap. Anyone knows what is a sitemap? What is a sitemap? Sitemap is the flow, actually. Okay, so say for example, that I will have a home page, then I will have about us page, then I will have these many pages, and these are my main pages, and these are my child pages, and these will be the links. Once you do all this layout, then this is called sitemap. Anyone can explain why having a sitemap is important? Why should I have a sitemap?
To go step by step, know about the things.
Yeah, otherwise, right, we will suppose if you are creating a site for a client, And clients say, no, just go ahead and create it right now. We'll see later how many pages I need to have. Then what will you create, right? You can just create a home page, but apart from that, you don't know anything. You don't know how to even charge to the client because you don't know how many pages you need to create, because your charging to the client needs to be based on the amount of work which you need to do. Right? So knowing the entire sitemap is very important initially itself. And then depending on the volume, you can decide on hosting also. That if say if I have a very complex, website for MNC, it has thousands of pages and all, right? For example, take a guess, how many pages Amazon site might have?
Million pages, because they have one single page for each product.
Yeah, so they will have thousands of pages actually on a website. So their hosting, right, space, the amount of space which they need to host is huge. Whereas if I take my website, or if I take some other, say if we create a website for ABC mobile, it might have 5, 6, 10, maximum 50 pages. So hosting can be chosen accordingly. That's why having a sitemap is important. Sitemap actually you can say is a map of your site, what is where. Okay. Coming to previous one, then after you define the sitemap, then you have to create the wireframe. Anyone knows what is a wireframe?
What, ma'am? Pardon?
Wireframe.
Wireframe means the layout of the
Yeah.
pages. So where we should give the search box, where we should give the logo, title.
So wireframe is actually, we spoke about the page layout. Wireframe looks like this. And this is mostly done by UI UX artists. As I said, in the web design field, there are multiple employment options. Okay. This is mainly done by UI UX experts. They create this flow. Actually, they create how your page should look like, how your page should look like on tablet, on phone, on desktop. This is how it should look like. Then they give this to the client. Okay. And it should be created for every page. Now, you might say that Amazon have thousands of product, pages. Should I create it for every product page? No, right?
So I can create one page and follow this for all product pages.
Follow this for all product pages, because remember, other principle, user experience is important. You should not have a different page layout for every single page onto the website.
It's because when we visit the Amazon site, we know where the MRP is written, where the buy button is, where the description is, where the reviews is. So if we make changes in every page, then it will give a bad user experience.
So it's a very, very bad user experience. So we can probably have product pages, we can have services pages, we can have blogs, we can have checkout pages, all these category of the pages. For example, we were seeing this earlier, right? These are all category of the pages: about us, about you, diet resources, sign up, sign in. All these category of the pages or main pages can have their own page layout. But
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
If we want to create a sitemap, like we have to make it in a diary, or like have to design something?
Are you asking where you can design the layout?
Yeah.
There are multiple tools actually which are available. Figma is one tool. There are multiple other tools which are also there, which can help you create this kind of layout. A lot of tools
are they accessible? Are they screen reader accessible?
So Miro, Figma, these are screen reader accessible. Okay. But there are multiple other smaller tools also which are there, which are accessible, which might not be 100% accessible. But see, it depends on that. If you are creating, if you are just starting, Miro and Figma are very good tool and these are accessible. So you can take a note of that. Okay. But say if you are creating a website for a small client, we just need some 4 or 5 pages and all. You don't have to spend time in learning Figma and in learning Miro, and your client might not have that much of money also, right? Or time as well. Then you can just create it in Word as well. Word or Paint or PPT also. In PowerPoint also. So these options are also available. It's not that for everything we have to learn a tool. Everything should be driven from the need. What is the need? If you are creating a website for a big client which has multiple pages, yeah, then go ahead and learn Miro and Figma and then do that. But initially in the beginning, you don't have to complicate everything. If you know Word, MS Word, start from there. If you know MS PPT, start from there. So that also can be an option. Okay. Figma is the tool which is used in industry-wide, okay, for the layouts. It's a good tool and accessible also. Okay, coming to where, so what I was saying that for every category, you can have a different layout, but not for every page. Okay. So after that, then what should we do after creating the wireframe? So you know now the purpose and the vision, you know the sitemap, you know the wireframe. Now it's the time to choose a platform depending on the purpose and everything of your website. Prashant, any question?
Yes, ma'am. Like if I want to going for the creating a sitemap, like can I make it a diary and utilize that this thing I'm going to do right now? Is it work for me?
Make it in the diary means on the paper.
Yeah.
You can see if you are creating a website for your own purpose, for your hands-on experience, for your learning, that's okay. You can do that on the paper also. If you are creating for a very small client, that's also okay. But if you are creating it something for a big client and all, they might not prefer it to have it on page. But for smaller clients and for your own use, it's all okay.
Like, ma'am, I have to create an e-commerce website for a customer is looking for an e-commerce website. So what should I have to do?
So that's what we are talking, right? That you need to define the purpose, vision, you need to do sitemap, you need to do wireframe, then choose a platform. If it is e-commerce, then either Wix or WordPress are the right platform. Are you asking what is the right tool or how should you start? What should you do?
Yeah, same thing, ma'am, because I just look out the YouTube videos like how to make it.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, so the learning the step-by-step process is important. So you can check from YouTube also. They also have, YouTube also have some very good videos on how to create a e-commerce website step-by-step. The only point is actually don't do random things. Otherwise, you will not be able to have a good communication with any client. Now, knowing step-by-step things is very important. Okay. Yes. Because they might ask you, hey, can you, how will my website will look? Okay, what will be the wireframe? What will be the layout? If you don't know the terms, if you do not know how to talk to your client, then they will still not give you the project. So just knowing the platform is not enough. You should know the language with which you can talk to clients.
Yes.
So knowing the steps is important also. Okay. Well, it's not that, but it's not that you always have to choose a platform only to create a wireframe or to create a site. If your client is okay, do it on paper.
Okay.
That's fine. Yeah. But big MNCs would not prefer it on paper. Okay. So after you cleared the platform, then you need to do the visual elements, okay, which we spoke, which is your what will be, where it could be images, videos, button, color, font. Okay, what is the color theme which I will choose for my website? What is the font I should choose for heading? What is the font, color, etc. for body area and so on.
When it comes color, so it is a little difficult for VI people, right? So what, how can you overcome this challenge as a VI person?
Yeah, so you should be asking. So these actually the accessible platforms will read the color for you. Okay, so you can so you can choose from there, or you can request. For example, they'll say #7025 this dark green. Okay, but you might not know. I mean, some of us might not know. So you can ask your client in that case. Which three colors?
I am asking which will be the best color combination for the website. For example, client give us an order, for example, a small business website or small institution website. So how can I know that which colors is perfect for that website? Because color, the hexacode we can search on Google, but how can we build
see, it depends on your client, and it depends on the purpose of the site also. For example, if you are creating an e-commerce site which is mainly focusing on children toys, right, then you might want to use bright colors. It could be a combination of green, blue, and
so where we get this guidance, like because we don't have any idea about colors, those who are completely blind.
There are I can ping you a link actually on my WhatsApp group or after in the end, where there are some guidance which are provided. I don't have the link handy, but there are sites which are suggesting that, so if you can
put the link in the group also.
Yeah, I can do that. That if this is the theme, this is a good color scheme.
Yeah, actually, I am searching for this while. So.
Yeah, it is there, but there cannot be always a consistent theme. Actually, depends, as I said, right? But if you are creating a website, say for example, for a digital marketing business or for MNs, then we can't choose bright green and yellow and all that, right? It could be grayish combination or pastel colors and all, okay, which are lighter.
So if we have a basic idea, then based on that, it will help us to work.
Correct.
I think.
I'll ping that one. Okay, coming back, we are at 4:30 almost already. Okay, then after that, SEO optimization is very, very important. Whatever content which we are creating, we were talking about that earlier. We are not creating the website just to keep it in our home. We want people to come and visit our website. For that, having a search engine optimization is very important. Your heading, your tags, your keywords on the page, the body, content, and all is everything should be SEO optimized. There are plugins which are available. As for example, if we are doing that in Wix also suggests you how to do SEO optimized content. In WordPress, there are free plugins itself which are available. Yoast SEO is one of the very good free plugin which allows you to do a good tags, good heading.
SEO means search engine optimization, ma'am. Sorry, pardon me, ma'am.
Search engine optimization. Yes, yeah. Search engine optimization. Okay. Yeah, and then it does provide you scoring also. Say that if you have done good or if you need to still do more SEO optimization. We cannot go into the details given the time. It's a topic in itself. Then after that, you need to choose the domain and the hosting. Please don't go ahead and choose the hosting unless and until you know the sitemap, the wireframe, the platform. It should come later. Then create the website and update the content, test it, publish it, and configure the analytics. Any questions? So that's a simple process actually. Every step is important, but it is, but that should be the high level process for sure. Any questions?
Now, as a beginner, when we are going to start, how much rate we can charge from our clients to in this competitive market? Also, I mean, as a beginner.
Depends on, yeah, see, it depends on what project you are pitching for and how much others are charging. Okay, because you're not the only freelancer available, right? For a project, there is competition.
Yes.
Need to see how much. Yeah, hold on, Prashant. Just yeah, 1 second.
Still, if you can give an.
Ratul, we will not go into the details of that, but the simple answer is, if you have questions, you can ask me offline. Also, but it depends on. See, it depends on this. Okay, let me show you on a screen. Just see this, right? So, say sometimes they do provide the range already. Suppose if this is the job, Amazon, Shopify. Let me see if I can search web design. Right? Pop-up development for website. So they have already provided. So it does say that $15 is the average bid which people are doing already. If you are a beginner, you should go for $7-8. For example, okay, this is the web view for Android. Say website from Figma design. Okay, so say they already have Figma design. They wanted somebody to create a website, and they are offering $450. I think this is the entire project thing, and not, it can't be per hour. So you can say that, okay, I will charge around $300 because you are a beginner. Okay, you need to win by charging lower initially. So that's how that's how your charges should be. Let's see this one in detail. Okay, what does it say? Sometimes a particular projects also see other bids also. Say they have bid and they are saying, okay, so they are saying that I can do in $650 in 14 days. Somebody is saying I can do in $500 in 7 days. Somebody is saying again $500, $560 in 15 days. So you should see other bids and then put your charges and duration accordingly, so that there are higher chances that you can win it, specifically when you are new. Okay.
Ma'am, what about e-commerce website? Like I have to make an e-commerce website for children. How much I have to charge?
Same principle applies, right? So it depends on, see, there cannot be a number which anyone can give. It depends on the complexity of the website. It depends on the number of pages which you have to create. Do you have to put login and registration also, or it is just checkout? How many products they will showcase? Do they have multiple payment options? So it depends on the complexity of the site. Okay, but if you, and then plus, as I am showing again, right, that you need to put a competitive budget.
Yeah.
Seeing other bits, but for a e-commerce, I mean website, if I need to take a number, and it depends on the number of days which you will spend also on that one. I mean, right? Say
duration is also a
yeah. Say if you need to create a e-commerce websites, for example, let's take the mobile shop, ABC Mobile. Okay, if they want you to create a small e-commerce website which has around say a home page, a product page, and then product detail page, and a checkout, a simple checkout. Okay, you should definitely charge somewhere between 10 to 15,000 if they don't need login registration, if they don't need a Figma, if they don't need a, I mean, wireframe separately, just the website. And they are providing you the hosting, they are providing you the the domain, everything. You just had to create the website in WordPress or Wix, just put the pages and configure the payment gateway and all. And it might require, you can say that if you know these things, I mean, well, you can do it in 3-4 days, okay, maximum. But if it is a complex site that that they have multiple types of project, they have different checkouts for say if they have express checkout, they have a normal checkout, they have shopping cart, I mean reminders. For example, you know, right, what is a shopping cart reminder? I added something on shopping cart, I did not check out, so they can send, so they send us the reminders.
Yeah.
So if it has complexity, then charge more. So it depends on the number of features which you need to deliver to the clients.
Okay.
But anywhere, even for a small, very small website with a e-commerce site, and also 15,000 rupees should be charged, actually, even if it is a 3-day work or something. Okay.
Any upcoming webinar, please give us a practical how to design it, how to make it, like if it's possible to you.
Okay. Yeah, I can plan for that one, actually. Okay. That how to do, but how to do a practical end-to-end can't be covered in 2 hours. Okay. 2 hours, we can only cover very high level.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll plan for that. Okay. We'll see how much we can cover. I used to take courses earlier, actually, the 5 to 6 months, week-long courses, and it was free as well, but people were not consistent at all. So I stopped doing that.
No, I am interested, ma'am, if you.
No, but I mean, I can't take it for one person, right? So it's.
If people are there, ma'am, if they want to rejoin, then I will be also there, ma'am.
So I used to take every, I mean, Saturday and Sunday, sometimes people will join. So people don't take a free for, oh, it's free. If I have time, I'll go join. Otherwise, yeah, who cares? So that was the attitude. They'll not complete the assessment. They'll not do any homework. They'll not practice. They'll just come and show up and say, oh, ma'am, can you repeat it? So it's not a good use of my time, right? And not a good use of anybody else's time also. So I stopped.
Again, if you have want to look start for the new batch, maybe the people who are interested will be there, ma'am.
Okay, let's see that. I'll first think over it on how can we take a workshop first on how to do a pitch end to end. Okay, what are the things which we should plan, which we should do when we are doing actual pitch? Suppose we say we have learned, we have gained some experience. Now, how do I do a pitch to a client? Okay, what all should I have? What are the kind of questions which I should be asking? How I should
yes, be yes. I just also want to say
how should I choose what all features I should give, what all I should definitely know, yes. How I should how should I see how much I should charge? Because just doing we need to see a lot of things when we are putting a charge, right? How much time am I spending, right? What is my per hour? How much should I charge for? A lot of things which we should be considering. Anyway, so moving on. Any questions so far? I'll quickly show the WordPress. If I'll try and show the WordPress quickly, and then we'll move on to a bit of communication. Any other questions in the meantime? If you want to start, if you're a complete, I mean, beginner, the best thing actually is to first start with the Google sites, because otherwise, if we directly start with the WordPress and all, it might actually, you might feel it complicated. So once you understand the basics of the page layout, sitemap flow, navigation, color, and all, then you can go ahead to the Wix or to the WordPress. Okay. WordPress has a lot of other features also. For example, it has, we have seen in Google Sites that it has it has drag and drop elements, correct? But the WordPress provides a lot of other features also, where it does have page builders also available. You can just design an entire page also for free. So let me just, so this will be the, I can't go into the details of WordPress, but sometime back I took a WordPress deep dive also, in which we only spoke about WordPress. But this is how the platform will look like, okay, where you will have a lot of these options. If you have to create, so here also you can create the pages. So if I just want to create a new page, let me just say add a new page. Okay, then Elementor, and there are few other free plugins which are available, right, which are page builders. Here you can design a complete page, a very good looking page for free. For example, this is one of the free plugin. It's called Elements Kit. Now see what options it has. It has very beautiful page options. Entire page, not just the content block. So what I am showing right now is actually a complete page which has all the sections of the pages with very beautiful colors, very beautifully laid out sections and everything. You can just choose. For example, if you like this page, this particular layout, you can just click on that, do insert, and your entire page is ready. You can just change the content and images. That's the beauty of WordPress. Okay. Even Wix also has templates, the entire page templates also. See, your entire page is done and how beautiful it looks. It has animations, it has everything. You don't have to, you just have to change the content and images. So, and then after you are done, then you can just go ahead and publish. I will not be publishing it, but you can go ahead and do it. Okay. Okay, I will move on to communications now. Why I added communications actually along with the web design is multiple people were interested in communication. I took only a communication workshops last time, which was only focused on communication, but I thought it would be good to cover communication in every workshop in last 10 minutes at least, because how much ever skills we have, how much ever we learn and all, unless and until we are able to communicate the skill which we have and what we can do for a client, it won't be fruitful. Okay. So many people reach out actually to me saying that I need job. Okay. And a lot of other such messages and all. But some of the basic things they is missing. Can someone tell me what is the bare minimum thing should be done in a communication? What is a communication actually? Anyone? What?
Communication is the way to convey my message to the person.
Yeah. So I might say 100 things, but unless and until someone understands it, is it a communication?
No, ma'am.
No, right? Unless and until someone understands what I'm trying to say, it is not a communication at all. And do you think that some people think that unless and until they know English, they cannot communicate? Is it true?
No.
English is important. I'm not denying the importance of English. But in India, still the most spoken language is Hindi and not English. After that, Marathi and Bengali. So sometimes, right, people hesitate to communicate just because they do not know English. But if you know, say, but they still try and talk and say, type in English, with nobody is able to understand. But if you say, if you know good native language, there are Google translations which are available. We can use Google translation to do the right English. So type in your native language and then use Google translation to communicate the same in English. Correct? Instead of saying wrong English, which nobody can understand. Like that, there are multiple other tools, okay, which are available. I'm not going into very, very details and all, but a few things, right? We'll come to the tools and I'll share around 2 to 3 good tools which can help us improve our communication. Before that, what is most important in communication? Say I am talking, Jacinta is signing, right? But what are the important things in communication?
Listening. Listening.
Okay, listening, yes.
Actual topic.
Actual topic, okay. There are 3-4 things actually. So listening is important, and anytime we are communicate and anytime we are doing anything, we are communicating. For example, some of us might be able to see, I'll just take your example, Jaspreet. Jaspreet has switched on his video, right? We can see that he is sitting properly, right? And from his posture, it is looking that he is listening very properly or following the signs which Jacinta is saying very properly, which is communicating that he is interested, he is dedicated, he is listening to everything what we are saying. So even though he is not speaking, even though he is not signing, even though he is not doing anything, just sitting, just the posture is showing that he is actively listening, he is interested. So there are 3-4 things which are important. One is words, second is body language, and third is expressions. Body language and expressions, then the voice modulation. Voice modulation is very important. Suppose if I say, hey, I am very happy today because I got ice cream, blah, blah. Is it communicating my happiness?
No, you are saying happy, but
Yeah.
your voice is like tired.
Yeah, but it's not communicating happiness. If I say, hey, I am very happy today, you know, I got ice cream. Is it communicating?
Yes.
Better? Yes, right? So voice modulation, facial expression, body language is very important. As per a study, a survey which is proven, words, okay, which we are talking, is only 7% of the entire communication which we do. Can anyone guess how much body language and facial expressions contributes to? Suppose if I say this, I'm not talking anything, I'm just saying.
Goodbye.
That is communicating bye. I didn't even say anything at all, right? I say
Namaste.
Hmm.
Smiling.
So, without even saying anything, at times we communicate a lot, right? How much a percentage body language and facial expressions contribute to? Any idea? More than 50%, 55% in a communication, there is body language and facial expression. Then comes the voice modulation, which is almost 45%. Words are only 7%. Only 7%. So please do not think that you cannot communicate if you do not know good English. Okay. One of the very good tool which is 100% free is Google Translation. If you know any native language, Hindi, Marathi, Gujarati, Bengali, Tamil, blah, 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 unfortunately, it still doesn't have sign language translation, but all other languages, it can translate to English or from English or whatever. So instead of communicating in a broken English, use Google Translation to communicate, to translate it rightly, and then type it to somebody or then ask to somebody. Okay. There are other tools also which are available. Has anyone heard of Grammarly? Anybody uses Grammarly?
Yes, ma'am, all time.
So Grammarly is another free. It has a free version, plus it has a premium version, a paid version also. But free version is also good enough. Okay, it can correct your sentences in real time. It can correct your grammar, it can correct your sentences in real time. I would say everyone to please install Grammarly and then make sure that it is correct. It's like many people ping on WhatsApp. Okay, but but it is wrong. Means, I mean, sometimes you are not able to understand what they are saying. You can choose this particular tool to correct your sentences. Let's see this one. Right. So say somebody is saying, I'm looking for a job in web design. Okay, this is a corrected one. So, but say you can choose this particular tool to correct your sentence. So what you can do is say, come and type here. Right. And then make sure that it is corrected and then you type it. Or then you send it to somebody. The other very good tool is actually WordTune. Anyone heard of WordTune? Okay, WordTune is another AI tool, okay, which can correct your sentences, and it does provide multiple options. For example, I just type this. I need urgent. Okay. Oh. Why it is open? 1 second. Oh. Let's see. Somebody ping me this. Okay. I need a job, web design. I have experience internship in this one. Let's see what it can correct. So I selected this one. I am looking for a job in web design. I need a job in web design. It's my dream to work. There is a job. It would be great if I could find a job in web design. Okay. So it can provide you a lot of suggestions to improve your sentences. If you do not know which is the correct one, you can mostly go ahead and choose the first one. It will always be correct only 90%. So instead of pinging somebody the wrong English, which probably people have difficulty to understand, use Grammarly, use WordTune to correct your sentences. Let's see this. I have problem, urgent me. Yeah. I have an urgent problem. There is an urgent problem I need to solve. It is urgent for me to solve my problem. So correct your sentence before you ping. Grammarly is there, WordTune is there, the translation is there. Are other tools also which are there which you can use, but based on my research, these are the most good tools which anybody can use. Even people with speech and hearing impairment also, it corrects the sentences to a great extent. Okay. The other thing which and there are some other tools also which are available. Quillbot is there, Ginger software is there. Okay, but just focus on Google Translation, Grammarly, and Wordteam. Okay. Then there is another thing. I'm sure some people definitely might have heard one ChatGPT.
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone heard of? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
yeah, so ChatGPT can actually really help you. It can even understand your broken English also. Even if there is a broken English, it can understand, and then you can ask questions to it, or you can even ask it to correct your sentence. Okay, let's see. And this is free also. Oh, it has started providing some. But here it's just that you need to type, okay? That you need to type your sentence, then you need to say, correct this. Okay, because this platform is there for all other things, right? So you need to give it instructions, but it can also correct. Okay, a lot of things you can learn from here. Okay? So please use this tool also to correct your sentences, to do the right English, to do the right pitch or paragraph. There are n number of things which you can do here. Okay, but please don't just ask it to do a pitch for you and then go ahead and paste it to a client. That won't be acceptable, because that will be AI generated. Your client will understand. You might not know what it has written. So use this only for taking suggestions. Okay. There is another good tool. Has anyone heard of Tutor AI?
Yes.
Yeah. So Tutor AI also, I spoke last. If anybody has attended the previous session, that's also a very good tool to learn. Okay. It generates the chapters, it generates the exercises, it generates the examples actually for you. So say we were learning about web design, right? So you can just put here, say start learning. It can generate the chapters, okay, for you. Introduction to web design, responsive design, content management system, user experience design, and so on. For example, let's click on oh, I've already used it a lot, I think. So probably need to log in and do all that. Okay. But it can generate the chapters. It can show you actually, right? And it can simplify it. It can ask you questions also. You can ask it that please ask you questions. Or you can even use ChatGPT. Ask entry level web design questions to me. So it can generate some questions for you. Okay. Which you can learn and practice, you know. Okay. So these are some of the tools. We are pretty much over on time. Okay. Yeah. Yes, Umang. Yes, it does have. It can correct your grammar. Yes. Next link is the chat group, where you can ask me any technical questions. If you are practicing, if you are facing problem, if you are having any challenges, you can ask in this group, and I can answer that. I can help. Okay.